I have Ashley going to be speaking with us today. She's just going to tell a little bit about her story and herself and just some tips. So you can go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know if you have any questions.
Hey guys, so weird to be on a Zoom at 11 o'clock. Hello. My name's Ashley Krzysiak, for those of you guys who don't know who I am, and I have been in this business now almost 8 years. I was the person who was like small town, no support, no network, no friends or family. I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I literally had 200 Facebook friends, and I dove into this business, maxing out our last credit card. So if any of that sounds familiar, give me a emoji or an amen in the chat, because I was pretty much the poster child for why the business couldn't possibly work for me. Okay. And my town is considered like the 35th poorest city in the country. So I love when people say like, well, no one in my town would buy from me and no one in my town can afford it, or everyone else in my town sells it. Doesn't matter. I didn't build this business locally. I built this business globally, right? Because we have social media. So I went from a smaller goal of $500 a month is all I wanted. I hit that in 2 months. By my 5th month, I went diamond, 6th month, double diamond, 8th month, triple diamond. So I went from 0 to triple diamond in 8 months, riding a wave of momentum that is literally like a shadow of what we're in right now. So if you have not like fully embraced all the goodness that you guys have from corporate and from your team and your upline and your training, I would highly recommend to dive into that. Really long story, 8 years worth of content smashed into like 2 minutes. Because of this business, I have built and paid off my dream home. I drive my dream vehicle. I had a second son. I pay for their private school. I'm 100% debt free, 6 figures worth of student loans paid off. Like literally life is totally different because of one decision, okay? My success has looked like a toddler drew on the piece of paper. It is not perfect. It is not a straight line. So if you guys are on here today, maybe kind of give me like the vibe of what you guys really want me to cover in terms of like what you're struggling with. Because if I had to presume, it would be probably just not overthinking and just literally making the decision and running with it. Because here's the thing, I just told you guys, I went triple diamond in 8 months. I've been in this business almost 8 years. I'm still a triple diamond, but I'm a triple diamond that has done ridiculous, amazing things because I had long-term faithfulness, because I stayed consistent, because every time I missed a goal, which has been presidential now for literally 7 years, I keep going. I persist until, and there's no better time than right now with the simplicity of what everything is with 4 and a friend. So if you guys have completed a 4 and a friend this month, tell me in the chat so I know who I'm talking to. If you've earned a Christmas cash bonus or now the success bonus, tell me in the chat so I know, so I could celebrate with you guys. Because here's the thing, when you hear someone say, oh, it's just a decision, I know the first thing you do is roll your eyes. You're like, yeah, whatever, no kidding, it's a decision. But the truth is, I'll be completely transparent with you guys, November 17th, okay? If you guys don't remember, Christmas cash ended on December 10th, if you've been with us since Christmas cash. On November 17th, I had only 1 cycle done. I had counted myself out. I was going through so many personal things, holidays, busyness, stress, what have you. I got a phone call from my mom on the 17th. She's in the hospital. There's a million things going on. She has to take emergency medical leave, which was unpaid. So that was November 17th. I, at that point, was like, okay, crap. Who else is going to help her? I'm the only one that could help her. My dad died when I was 4. My mom's alone. She's all the way in Florida. I'm up here in Pennsylvania. And I made a decision that even though I only had 2 weeks to get it done, I was going to get this Christmas cash done. And then I was going to gift her the $5,000. I just decided there was something that changed in my universe that made me have to make a move. Right? Have you guys ever been in that position where it's like you want it, it feels good. Yeah, it's nice. I see people doing it. I know it can happen, but I'm just really not having the urgency to get it done for whatever reason, life, kids, spouse, health, drama, all the crap, right? So I got that phone call and it just triggered something in me like, okay, I have to get, what's the saying? SHIT or get off the pot. So I knew I only had 2 weeks. Guys, I did it in 10 days. Okay. I made a decision. I know what to do. We have all the tools, and I'm coming as a triple diamond, as a VIP telling you guys this, okay? So you just have to look at your timeline and say, okay, it is May, what is today? The 11th, May 11th. I have rest of May and all of June. How many times am I going to get it done by July 1st? How many 4-in-1s do you need? How many tier 2? So you're teaching your people to go and get their 4-in-a-friend. How much do you need? Okay, but you have to have an end goal. So if you are sitting, for example, I told you guys, I was multiple 6 figures in debt. Okay, I had living in my in-laws' house, okay, living upstairs, and that was 8 years ago. So a lot can change, right? And if I say, hey, I knew that I wanted to make $500 a month, to me, that's one cycle. All I got to do is get my 4-in-a-friend, right, for $150, and then help them get their 4-in-a-friend. That's $350. How freaking easy is that? Guys, back in the day, we used to have to hustle like hard now for the money to come later. You can hustle now and the money's there freaking next Friday. Like what? What? The fact that we're not just raking in the 150s and 350s is crazy, right? Because it should be just natural. And here's the next thing I'm going to tell you guys. Yes, give me some amens and some clappity claps in the chat. When you make a decision and you say, all right, I'm done watching all these people win. I'm done feeling sorry for myself. Anyone just feel freaking sorry for themselves lately? Like in the last 6 months to 24, the way the last 2 years have been, like you just are stuck in the suck. But you're like, I want to get out. I don't want to stay here. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. I know how simple this is, but I just need to get out of my head. I want you guys to attach the end goal with like a thing. Okay. So what is the thing? For me, the thing was my mom has bills to pay and she's on a fixed income. Okay. And unpaid medical leave. Who's paying her bills? Now, granted, some of you will say, well, that's not your job. You're her kid. Well, it is my job because I'm her kid. Right. And she's alone. And that's what's full circle. That's called life, right? So I said, oh, I had to get it together. So I knew what I wanted, but now I had a very emotional thing attached to it. So what is your ridiculously emotional thing attached to that? Okay. Pay student loan bills, help pay bills. What is it? What is it? Kids. Do you want to take your kids on a dream Disney vacation? Are you like graduation came and you're watching all these other parents show up with cars for their kids and this for their kid and that for their kid and you didn't have? It doesn't mean you're a bad parent or you're living in the lack. It just means you haven't yet arrived because you haven't attached something important enough to the thing. Okay. Messaging, posting, host to posting, following up, growing your network, that's all monotonous, right? I call those mindless activities. You could do that in your sleep. You can host a post in your sleep. You can follow up in your sleep. You can like, post, message, comment, blah, blah, blah in your sleep. But what you can't do is have that extra urgency and that discipline and that excitement without an emotion attached to it. Okay, so if I can leave you guys with anything today, whatever that is, yeah, vacations, spending quality time. Like, who do you want to help? What do you want to do? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Because here's the thing, like being able to stay at home with your kids and new baby when they arrive and all the things. Yes. Here's the thing though, your husband or your wife is still going to be there whether you achieve something in this business or not. And your kids are still going to be your kids and they're still going to love you whether you go diamond or get a success bonus or whatever your goals are. Maybe tell me what your goals are this month in the chat so I know who I'm talking to so I can gear this towards you guys. But your kids, your friends, your family, they're all going to be there. Okay, so this is not let me just do this because I want to make my husband proud or my kids proud. No, this is like, hey, I want to do this because it is so fundamentally important to me that I provide blank for blank because we all need to be needed. We're all women here, correct? Okay. If you don't have kids, you've got a cat. If you don't have a cat, you have a dog. You've got a cousin, you've got a niece, a nephew, or somebody. We fundamentally need to be needed. But if you don't accept and change your current situation, you're stuck in blaming and complaining. Okay. It's the difference between an AC mindset and a BC mindset. If you're just constantly blaming and complaining, my team doesn't work, my customers don't do this, that, my host to post don't take off. Sound familiar? We all got those on our team, right? And we're just sitting there and we're like stuck in this BC mindset. That's why there's no fruit in your labor. So you can show up every day, do your task list, do your host a posts, grow the network, do the reels and TikToks, be doing all of these things. You guys ever feel like you're doing all the things, and then maybe you stop? Okay, well, you didn't have the fruit of that labor because you stopped. You have to be able to be long-term faithful and do the things until you achieve. And then you got to persist until and beyond that, right? It's because you stopped. Now, adversely, you can be telling yourself you're doing all the things and you're really not, and that's some accountability that has to be sprinkled in there. But I will tell you guys, anytime I've ever been stuck in a situation in this business where I feel like my head is just like hitting this freaking wall, the mountain is in your mind. That's it. There's no other way around it. You're just hitting a wall because you've put that wall there, and you're doing that to yourself. Okay. Don't look left. Don't look right. Stop comparing yourself to anyone else and just really hone in on what you want for yourself and your business. Have an emotional attachment to the end goal. So some of you guys said you wanted to go diamond. Some of you said triple diamond. Some of you said I'm pushing for press. You want to go double diamond. I see it. Boom. Guys, all of that is achievable, but it starts from within and just getting really crystal clear with what you want. Okay. Having that written down, and I'll leave you guys with this before, you can hop in and ask me whatever you want to ask me, but you have to have crystal clear expectations, not only of what you want in the current tense, but also what the future holds. So like current 30-day goals and then longer term 90-day goals. And then looking at that and saying, okay, what am I doing with my time? Where is my time going? How intentional am I? Am I sitting there scrolling TikTok and reels and losing an hour and I'm down in a rabbit hole of like videos that mean nothing? Or am I intentional? I'm on there for 10 minutes. I get ideas. I recreate content back. I'm a content creator, not a content consumer, right? Because I'm here to grow my business. So you guys have that plus an emotional attachment, something super deeply rooted that you really want to do. That's what's going to propel you guys through this. And guess what? You don't make the decision now. You don't want to be middle of June, just finally figuring it out. If you're here now and you're getting poured into now and you know what you need to get done now, take action right now, because you might have one success bonus in mind, but what's really cool? You can get 2. You can get 3. Okay. My goal is 3. They say we can earn up to 3. I'm going to earn up to 3. I've got 1 down. I just need 2 more to go, and I'm already almost done with the second one. So I would say really lean into that and get excited for that. Don't just say I'm doing this because my kids. Y'all, stop that. Your kids are your why, sure, but they're not going to drive you to breaking through that glass ceiling. So what else do you want me to talk about? I'm here for it.
Does anyone have any questions? This is like amazing. Oh my goodness. I love your story. That's why I was like, I'm asking her to get on this. We appreciate it so much. And I think we all needed that, just to hear all that. And
I talk fast, so
no, but you're like quick, like you're quick and you're simple, and it all sounds so good. And I love it. You're such an inspiration. So
I appreciate that.
Does anyone have any questions?
You guys have me for a few more minutes for sure. Another thing I'll tell you guys too, like looking at the accept and change or blame and complain, you're going to have times when you're like teetering between the two. There's no like perfect, I guess, recipe to where like you're just going to be perfect Patty all the time. Like, no, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter what rank you have or that you're at. It doesn't matter what income goal you're at. You just have to constantly challenge yourself. So for me, what started as $500 a month and I got there, it's like, okay, what's next? And then after that, it was like, oh, wait, I can actually start paying off my student loans that I thought I was literally going to die doing. Okay, what's next? Oh, wait, I could pay off my house, which again, insert disclosure statement. My house is expensive. Okay. And it's paid off, and I'm 30 now, 6 years old. And my house is, a $750,000 house. Done. Okay. My Escalade, bought it, and it's going to be paid off this year. Done. My husband's dream car's done. Private school, done. Like, what's next? What's next? Who can I help? My mom, done. My sister needs help, done. You know, I had a distributor who had 6 kids. If you guys were here in 2019 and 2020, and our last conference in 2020, Amanda passed away in her sleep. She left behind 6 kids. Amanda was a distributor of mine for 2 months. I didn't even know her, but I jump in, done. Kids need diapers, done. Kids need food, done. Don't even know them, you guys. So this business is so much bigger, you know, and then obviously being honored by corporate with the More Love Award was just icing on the cake. I wasn't expecting that. But to this day, I still am close with Amanda's mom and her kids. I send them gifts and we get on FaceTime, and this business is so much more than you. And when you can embrace that and realize that you can make such an impact, you know, we all start this business because we're looking for, you know, our own resolution, right? You know, we're looking for our own debt-free life. We're looking for our own benefit. And that's not to sound selfish. That's just the truth, right? I started this because I was literally desperate, but I was able to turn my desperation into determination. And there's a really fine line between the two. So if you stay over here and you're just desperate and miserable all the time, you have the choice to flip that and turn that into just the most rock solid, unwavering determination that the sky becomes a limit. And then you're just checking things off. I mean, I remember just dreaming of like, hey, wouldn't it be so nice just to say yes to Cody? When Cody was 2 years old, when I started this business, he's going to be 10. Okay. He's grown up in this business. And I used to think, wouldn't it be so nice to like pay my own bill, my own student loan bill, and not stress my husband out? Done. And then I just paid it off last month or March, whenever that was, right? And that was over $100,000. And I finally did it. And I've been able to achieve so many crazy things. And I'm not Ambassador Diamond. And I've never been in the top 150 just yet. And I haven't had all of these things that maybe have gone perfect. But what I do have is long-term faithfulness. So I would challenge you guys that if you can persist until, and you stay through the hard things and you work through what you feel like is difficult, team quitting, rebuilding, this isn't happening, that's not happening, and you just reprogram yourself to look like with a servant's heart and figure out who all can I help and what all can I do to help other people, the blessings start flowing tenfold. But it's a conscious decision, not only in the actions you take in your business, but how you process things in your personal life, the things that feel hard, the things that feel like you're constantly getting knocked down. That's just part of the process. And you're writing your story every single day. The question is, are you going to share that? And how many people are you going to help in the process? So that's all I have. They're asking me questions. Sorry, just kidding. Dun, 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 dun. My daily non-negotiables. For me, post, message, follow up, grow my network. The basics, they don't change. My task list every day doesn't change. Now, are there going to be some days where I show up at a level 1 versus like a level 3? Yes. I think it's giving yourself permission to figuring out exactly what a level 1, level 2, and level 3 day look like. So like if I'm busy with the kids, I'm not an excuse person. Excuses make me cringe. So if I know that I'm going to be busy or that it's going to be a day where I can't show up the way that I would want to, plus I take my day off now, which I never used to take a full day off. And now I do that in the last like 18 months because I'm huge on work-life balance. If you guys can very intentionally plan your day, there's really no reason why you can't get your task list done. But maybe a level 1 is like my bare minimum to where like I'll get maybe 5 host to posts up. Maybe I'm sending out 25 new messages. Maybe I'm asking, 25 to 50 people to either be a product or a business tester. That's a level 1. That's like bare minimum. Okay. Level 2, I'm getting a little more done. Level 3, it's like balls to the wall. I'm doing all the things. So again, you have to give yourself permission, because if you put yourself in a box to where you're not perfectly getting your task list done, your brain's going to trigger you failed the day. Sound familiar? And then you're going to get in your head. And when you're in your head, you're dead. So just look at it as, okay, if I knew that I want to get this stuff done, this is going to be a lesser intention day for me because I've got a million things going on, my full-time job, my kids, field trips, field days, all the crap. Well, then this is what I want to get done. You can still feel like you won the day, and then you can elevate and get up to higher levels on the other days, but you have to be intentional. I'm on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, all the things. What else? Dun, dun, dun. Yep, I work all 3. Sorry, I'm trying to read your questions. Here's the thing, you guys. if you're not winning on one platform, stop trying to do all three. Okay. Like focus. If you can't get it together on one, how the heck are you going to do all of it? So maybe you spend a week really figuring out your Facebook and like diving into that and committing to Facebook. When you feel like you're in a good rhythm there, the content just flows, you guys. It's, you work smarter, not harder. A post I make on Instagram is a post I make on Facebook. All of my stories start on Instagram, which I'm coffee sips and Target trips. What a shock. Target trips on Instagram, but all of my stories start there and they funnel to Facebook. If I post it on Instagram, I post it on Facebook, vice versa. If I make a TikTok, that TikTok goes to Instagram Reels and it goes to Facebook Reels. That's like a non-negotiable, simple, right? Why would you want to do the work multiple times when you could do the work once and it spans to 3 different platforms? So I do all of the things because all of the things yield different results. All of the things have different people and all of the things are going to hit different. The same exact TikTok that could go viral does literally nothing on Facebook, but it could go viral and you're like, I don't even understand what's happening on Facebook. You know, on Facebook Reels, when I committed to doing them, I started doing them every single day, which was literally just taking my TikTok content and slapping them on Facebook Reels. To end with this, to give you guys an example of working smarter and not harder, I took all of my TikTok content for the entire month of December and January and just uploaded like 3 to 5 a day on Facebook Reels, no rhyme or reason. In a month and a half, I got to 120,000 followers on Facebook, because of loading old content to a new platform, meaning Facebook Reels was new, right? So that's it. So then I had done nothing all through the holidays with new content. I just reused old content and I had to backfill to where now I put, you know, 1 to 3 up every single day on TikTok and Instagram Reels and Facebook. And I just let it go and let it grow. And I just do things where if I see ideas, I take those, I emulate them. If there's my pillars, you guys will see my social media. If you don't already follow me, it's Target, it's coffee, it's my kids, it is the bento lunches that I pack. That's all it is. Like, it's just the same content and I just share that and people will come. And now because I grew over 120,000 followers in a month and a half, my posts get more interaction, my stories get more interaction. I'm having more conversations. People are flowing to me more than me having to go out and find the people. But it's because I stayed faithful and consistent and I work really smart and hard, but smarter instead of harder. And I let it do the work for me. Do it once, let it span across the 3 platforms. So I think that was all the questions. I could be wrong. I don't know. But feel free to follow me if it helps you guys, by all means. My Facebook is totally public, so that's easy. My Instagram obviously is public and TikTok is public, but you'll get a little flavor, different flavor on each platform depending. I don't think I see any more questions. Non-negotiables. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I think that was it. But is that okay if we take a picture?
Yeah.
And then if you guys could go blow up